In this module, you will learn about the space management which is required to drive safely on the road. Space management. Space management means maintaining enough space around the vehicle to operate safely. To reduce the risk of a crash, drivers must slow down a bit. Slow down by a few kilometers per hour to give time to react to the unexpected. Give a safety margin. The safety margin is the space in front, behind, and to the sides of the vehicle. To maintain the safe distance around the vehicle, it is important to understand the 4 gates. The concept of gates is used to help drivers understand and deal with the traffic around. This concept is fully functional on the multi-lane roads. Imagine if the driver is driving in the center lane of the road, where there are 3 lanes in the direction of travel. The 4 gates would be as follows. In the front of the vehicle, front gate. Behind the vehicle, rear gate. Left side of the vehicle, left gate. Right side of the vehicle, right gate. If the driver is driving in a way where he is alone in the center lane, it means all 4 gates are open. These gates are extremely helpful when there is a dangerous situation on the road. Drivers may move ahead, slow down, or move to their right or left when required. If the vehicle behind is tailgating, it means the rear gate is closed. Similarly, if there is a vehicle on the left, it means the left gate is closed. A safe driver always tries to have at least 2 open gates to provide options for emergency movement. When driving on a road where there are 2 lanes in the direction of travel, the driver will have only 3 gates to make use of. Drivers must check their center mirror for the rear gate. Both side gates can be ensured with the help of side mirrors and over-the-shoulder check. In order to keep the front gate open or stop the vehicle safely behind the front vehicle, it is important to keep a safe separation distance from the vehicle ahead. The law states, important rule, you must leave enough distance between your vehicle and the vehicle in front to allow you to stop if the front vehicle suddenly decreases its speed. Article 50, Executive Bylaw, UAE Federal Traffic Law No. 21, 1995. It is important to maintain a safe distance always. One can understand its significance with the help of an example of a ring road. A single vehicle not maintaining safe distance can lead to a traffic that can last forever, even though there is no problem with the road. If the driver could coordinate to accelerate and separate simultaneously, there would be a safe, smooth, and comfortable drive for all. The safe and correct separation distances are difficult to establish. For this reason, driving experts have derived the rule of thumb by which a driver may maintain a safe following distance from any vehicle that is directly in front of the driver's vehicle at any speed. This rule is quite simple and is useful for all drivers of different types of vehicles with a slight difference, such as 2-second rule for light vehicle, 3-second rule for motorcycle, 4-second rule for heavy vehicle. It is applicable when there is daylight, road and vehicle condition is ideal, and traffic volume is low. It is important to remember that this rule only provides the minimum time to observe and react according to the situation. To learn more about these, you may click to play or skip. Safe distance for light vehicles. For the light motor vehicle under normal conditions, the 2-second rule provides the minimum distance to stop the vehicle safely. To compute 2 seconds, suppose you are driving along a relatively straight road. While driving, identify any fixed marker or stationary object on or near the road ahead, such as signpost, overpass, billboard, or tree. When the rear bumper of the vehicle ahead roughly lines up with the chosen reference object, start counting off seconds. An easy way to count 2 seconds is by saying 1001, 1002. If you reach the chosen object before completing the count, it means you are not following the 2-second rule. You are too close and would not be able to stop in case of an emergency. In this case, drivers must decelerate to increase the safe separation distance. Drivers may repeat this practice to check or maintain the 2 seconds distance. Remember, Increase the distance from 2 seconds to 4 seconds when driving at night. The road surface is not good or the weather conditions are not suitable. Safe distance for motorcycle. For the motorcycle, under normal conditions, the 3-second rule provides the minimum distance to stop the motorcycle safely. To compute 3 seconds, suppose you are riding along a relatively straight road. While riding, identify any fixed marker or stationary object on or near the road ahead, such as signpost, overpass, billboard, or tree. When the rear bumper of the vehicle ahead roughly lines up with the chosen reference object, start counting off seconds. An easy way to count 3 seconds is by saying 1001, 1002, 1003. If you reach the chosen object before completing the count, it means you are not following the 3-second rule. You are too close and would not be able to stop in case of an emergency. In this case, riders must decelerate to increase the safe separation distance. Riders may repeat this practice to check or maintain the 3 seconds distance. Remember, increase the distance from 3 seconds to 6 seconds when riding at night. The road surface is not good or the weather conditions are not suitable. Safe distance for heavy vehicles, bus and truck. For the heavy vehicle, bus and truck, under normal conditions, the 4-second rule provides the minimum distance to stop the vehicle safely. To compute 4 seconds, suppose you are driving along a relatively straight road. While driving, identify any fixed marker or stationary object on or near the road ahead, such as signpost, overpass, billboard, or tree. When the rear bumper of the vehicle ahead roughly lines up with the chosen reference object, start counting off seconds. An easy way to count 4 seconds is by saying 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. If you reach the chosen object before completing the count, it means you are not following the 4-second rule. You are too close and would not be able to stop in case of an emergency. In this case, drivers must decelerate to increase the safe separation distance. Drivers may repeat this practice to check or maintain the 4 seconds distance. Remember, increase the distance from 4 seconds to 8 seconds when driving at night. The road surface is not good or the weather conditions are not suitable. Drivers must double the rule time whenever the visibility is poor due to rain, fog, or at night. The road condition is wet or slippery. There is a heavy load in the vehicle. There is a heavy traffic. While keeping a safe following distance, there is a possibility that other vehicles from sides will cut in and will close the gate or gap. In such cases, don't get angry. Adjust speed again to maintain the safe distance. Think ahead. Think ahead is a strategy that helps drivers be safe and give themselves the time and space to act on the unexpected actions of others. For instance, if a vehicle is entering from the side of the road, drivers should see this well in advance. Think about the possibility of vehicle entering the main road and do the maneuver like change the lane or reduce the speed, even though they have priority. It will help them stay safe on the road. Tip: it is always recommended to use a street directory to plan ahead if you are traveling somewhere that is not familiar to you. Always drive safely, and remember, mental state is important to be courteous on the road.